What is up, guys, and welcome to your no-nonsense guide on how to play Groot in Marvel Rivals. As usual, start off with all of his abilities, his passives and his team up, and then go on to how I would play him in a normal game. Starting us off, we have Groot's Vine Strike, which has a projectile speed of 120 meters a second and a total maximum distance of 20 meters. He's able to attack every 0.7 seconds and has a damage across the board, as he doesn't have any critical hits, of 70. Groot also has a melee attack, Furious Flora, which performs a combo with his arms where the third strike will launch up any enemy into the air. The first two strikes have a reach of 3 meters, while the third strike has a reach of 4 meters. He then has his Spore Bomb, which has a projectile speed of 60 meters a second and is a Spore Bomb that generates 6 explosive spores. While the Spore Bomb does 55 damage and the explosive spores deal 10 damage each, its cooldown is 6 seconds. Then we move on to Groot's Thorn Lash Wall, which targets a location and grows a Thorn Lash Wall. When awakened, it strikes nearby enemies attacked by Groot and his allies. This has a 15 meter distance of placeability. The wall has 250 health. There's also 2 charges of it, with its cooldown being 6 seconds for each charge. Its special effect is the Thorn Lash Wall deals 60 damage every 0.5 seconds when awakened. This can also be positioned by pressing shift when you've activated the ability, so you can then have it at a vertical wall, a 45 degree, or you can have it at 180s flat, so you can then place it against to be able to use it as a platform. We then have Groot's other wall, his Ironwood wall, which targets a location, and when awakened, damage dealt by Groot and nearby allies grants Groot bonus health. The targeted wall is 10 meters in distance to be able to position it, and the Thorn Lash Wall's health is 700. It has a cooldown of 8 seconds and has a special effect where the Ironwood Wall heals 40 bonus health per second, up to 250 bonus health, when damage dealt by Groot and nearby allies grants him bonus health. This is also 2 wide as well, so it's the equivalent of 2 Thorn Lash Walls side by side. And it also can be turned 90 degrees on positioning. This one can't be placed at 45 degrees to make a ramp. As part of both of Groot's wall abilities, he has a passive which is Flora Colossus, which wooden walls near Groot will awaken, activating an extra effect, and also makes it that when you right click while building a wooden wall, it continues to build additional walls if you have the stock charges. Finally, we have Strangle Imprison, Groot's ult, which fires a massive vine cluster that pulls nearby enemies to its center and imprisons them. Projectile speed is 60 meters a second and has an 8 meter spherical radius. The projectile deals 10 damage while the spell field deals 70. While imprisoning enemies, it deals 20 damage every 0.5 seconds, and the special effect is it imprisons them for 3.5 seconds. Finally, we have Groot's team up with Rocket and Jeff the Land Shark, which allows them to ride on his shoulders, giving them a damage reduction but giving Groot 150 extra max health. My first tip when it comes to playing Groot is making sure you know as and when to use your walls. Sometimes when it comes to using your walls, you are going to be a nuisance to your team. It's just inevitable. Some people just don't understand how Groot plays, and the best way to use his walls is obviously blocking off entrance points to stop people coming in, but also from people escaping, but at the same time using your wall to be able to push up onto points, as you can see in this clip. You're going to place walls, you're going to irritate people, but they need to understand that you're a melee character with a singular Spore Bomb to throw every 6 to 8 seconds. So you need to be able to get in close, and using your walls, special effects, you're going to be placing down walls regularly to be able to get strategies set up and also help your team. And once you've pushed back the enemy team, you're blocking off all of the ways that they can get in. So you'll be using your longer wall to block off larger doorways and your smaller door to block off smaller doorways. There's no point giving them the time and day to be able to push forward if you can block off their entrances. At least then your team will then know exactly what way they're coming from. If they destroy a wall, you know they're coming that way. If they're not destroying a wall, they're looking for a way around. Using your wall to get up to an elevated point is also key. This Punisher did not realise that I could then build a wall up to him, and I just went and took him out. It's the easiest way to get out to elevation and also catch people off guard. Timing for your ultimate is also crucial when it comes to team fights, as you want to be locking in as many people as possible into your entanglement. In this fight, obviously I was able to get 3 of them, but 2 of them got away, but I was still able to kill Squirrel Girl. Using the ult to be able to pull in people and maybe have another powerful ult like Iron Man's Ult would be ideal, but obviously that would incorporate in having teamwork with your team. And that is my no-nonsense guide on how to play Groot in Marvel Rivals. What do you think? Are there any tips that I missed or any extra things that you could add on to the guide? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you drop it a like if it was helpful, and if you want to see more Marvel Rivals guides or content, please make sure you drop a sub. We're almost at 500 subscribers, so it'd be amazing if you guys could help me out with that. Other than that, thank you very much for watching.